Hey Pat, Jessica Peterson here. I spoke with Oriana this morning and she thought you should be the one to see this video. So I'm super excited she accepted it for you because I'm going to give you 3 strategies you can start applying today, and it's going to make a huge impact on your business. Okay, and I know that it will because we've applied these exact same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys around the US, and it's made a huge impact. And in some, we're talking more than just a few extra jobs. We're talking goals they never thought they were going to achieve, and it has been amazing to watch. So I know that if you apply these strategies, it could do the same thing for you. Okay, so please feel free to take these strategies, run with it, start today, and start driving more customers to your business organically. Or if you want to focus on what you do best and have a partner to help you get there, give us a call. At Peterson SEO, this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. Okay, but either way, please take these strategies, run with them, and start driving more customers so you're able to help more people in your community, okay? So we're going to talk about content, we're going to talk about citations, and then finally, backlinks, okay? So here we are on your website. You have a decent website. You have the basic fundamentals here, which is good. You have the call-outs, 24/7 fire and water restoration. Is that a click-to-call? You do have a click-to-call, which is good. It looks like you have a separate page for each of your services, which is awesome. It's exactly what you want. Because when we're talking content, it includes your entire website, not just the home page. And then if you have service areas, you should absolutely have service area pages so you can build content around each of the areas you serve. So when people in those communities search for your service, they can find you. Okay, so when it comes to content, content is king, and that is how Google ranks websites, promotes them so your customers can find you. And content comes in various forms. It can be videos, it can be images. And so we want to make sure those are optimized. And here we have cleaning smoke damaged walls after fire. So it is descriptive, which is good. But actually you want to go after local keywords because 99% of the people that are searching for help don't know who you are. So they're not going to search Sun Brite. They are going to search for the services that they need. And so these need to have your local keywords. So Phoenix, smoke damage remediation, water damage restoration, Phoenix, okay? You have to use those local keywords. And please understand that not everybody searches the same way. So there are multiple variations of keywords you want to capitalize on so you can get the most potential customers to your website every single month and have that opportunity to convert them into customers. And so your website and your homepage here, this homepage is the most important page of your entire website because it ties all the other pages of your website together. It puts it in a nice, pretty bow to help Google understand. So this is very important. All of this written content here needs to be written around those local keywords as well. So this home page should have written content with basic information about each of the services that you're offering. And it should have the local keywords for those services. Okay. Now this homepage also needs a minimum of 1,500 words of content or more. We always have to do better than whatever our competition is doing if we're going to beat them online. And so if they have 1,500 words, you need at least 1,800 words or 2,000 words of content. So you have to work on your content and keyword strategy. I'm not really seeing much of any keyword strategy here on this page. hopefully these pages are better. But Google sends crawlers to your website, and it scans your images and videos and all of this written content to try and figure out what it is that you offer and where you do those services. And so if you don't have the right type of content and those keywords, we can't expect Google to send them to you because they don't understand. And so we have to have the right content and keyword strategy. If we look at your top ranking competitor for water damage in your area, we have Rocky Mountain Restoration. They have a nice website. They got the click-to-calls. They have the separate pages for each of their services. They also have a separate page for every service area. And they do a lot of long-form blogs, which is allowing them to add more content every month. And they also have a form at the top of the page, which I highly recommend. It's going to help you with conversions when people do actually land on your website. But their homepage just doesn't have enough content here. They just have a little bit. But in this little bit of content, they are focused on those local keywords, which is allowing them to be indexed for them and to rank. So these guys are beatable over time, but you will have to do better. You'll have to have more content, a good dialed in keyword strategy, more pages, articles, etc. So that's going to be really, really important. And then when we're also talking about content, it's not just the content on the website that matters, but also the content you put on the internet, your social media pages and Google business profiles. All of those posts that you do help send more signals to Google to what it is that you offer and where, so they can send you customers. Now, we know when somebody does a search on Google, they'll do a term like this, and we want your business to show up when they do those searches. And there's 3 main areas on the first page of Google that your business can have good position in. The first section is going to be ads, and those are your cost per click ads and local service ads like these. And this could be great opportunity for you guys as long as you have a good foundation, everything dialed in. If you don't, it could be really, really expensive and a huge money pit. So if that's the case, we should focus on these other 2 areas because honestly, they get a lot more of the traffic. So in this area here, this is your Google Map Pack. You want your Google business profile to be in one of these top 3 positions in your area and for each of your services, because 30% of people come straight to these maps and don't go anywhere else. And so if you're not one of these guys, you're losing money. You're sending those jobs to your competition every month. So in order to get in this position, you have to optimize that profile, and you need to get citations. And citations are simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and putting those on a bunch of directories. And directories are things like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Houzz, Angie's List. All of those are citations. You need a lot more of those citations than your competition. Okay, and then this third section is even more important because 60 to 70% of people will skip everywhere else. They'll skip the ads, they'll skip the maps, and they come right here. So your business has to show up right here. And if it doesn't, you're losing 60 to 70% of the jobs every single month. So to get here, your website has to be properly built and optimized with that right content and keyword strategy. And then you're going to have to support that with a backlink and SEO strategy. So this is Ahrefs, a tool we use to tell us how your website is performing. And if we look here, you have a domain rating, which is your website as a whole, of a 0.8 out of 100 in Google's trust flow. So that means Google doesn't trust your website, and that is partly because of the quality of your website, but more so it's because the power you're sending to your website. Like everything else we use, it requires power, And we send power with backlinks. So you need a lot of these backlinks, but it's important to understand that not all backlinks are good. We only want good do follow links that are closely related to the type of services you offer. So these could be from vendors, other home service business websites. And doing so is going to increase this here, is going to increase this score. It's going to give you more trust. And when Google trusts your website and it has that authority, it's going to promote your website and help you to rank for your keywords so that you can actually get found when people search for those services. And so you're going to need more of these than your competition. Now, you have been indexed for 25 keywords, but you're only getting 7 people to your website per month. And if we look at your keywords, you have 2 keywords on the first page, but this is on the first page in Russia, so that doesn't help us. And so we have fire restoration, Phoenix, Arizona. It's got a 10 volume search. So you're getting there. You're starting. You have some others that are starting to climb, but you definitely have to work on the strategies that I've just shown you, and it's going to help you significantly. If we look at your competition, they have a rating of a 28 with over 2,000 backlinks. They've been indexed for over 1,500 keywords, and they're getting over 4,000 people to their website every single month. And if we were to look at just water damage in Phoenix, like I said, people search differently. So here's 5 variations. And just these 5 variations for one service in Phoenix is over 1,200 searches every single month that you are missing out on by not having these strategies in place. So now it is absolutely possible to be competitive and eventually one day outrank those guys. But if you apply these strategies that I've shown you, you do have an opportunity to dominate in some of the areas you serve and services. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, and start today. But if you would rather work with a partner and focus on what you do best, then give us a call. Because at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to reach out, ask questions, respond to my email, or give us a call, and we would be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.